Hello everybody, this is AG here, and welcome to the Atlanta Motor Speedway. We are here to qualify for the third race of the season in the 2024 Turkey Hill Truck Series, and don't you notice something a little bit different about this track this weekend? Yes, we're bringing it back. We're bringing back the old Atlanta for the Turkey Hill Truck Series. And I'm going to announce this now. We're bringing back the Atlanta for the Wawa Cup Series next season as well. I wanted to keep this a surprise. Did not allude to it at all. Heck, I'm doing qualifying by myself, just so no one knows it. So whoever's in the booth with me on Friday, they're going to be the only one who knows about this. But excited to be here on the old Atlanta. Definitely a great racetrack. High tire wear, high speeds. They're going to be ripping that outside lane. It's where we are supposed to be. We still got it in the game, so why not? And we are excited for the Celcius Peach Vibe 200 tomorrow noon Eastern Time. The first race after the Wawa Cup Series finale. What a race that was. And once again, a huge congratulations to Ludovic Charette on her Wawa Cup Series championship. I still can't get over what happened to Blaine Keys there. And, you know, they're teammates here, and they're going to be teammates the rest of the year, so they'll have plenty of time to talk that one out amongst them. But Ludovic's the one who has the advantage. She is the Wawa Cup Series champion, and now she's got all that momentum coming in the trucks, defending her Truck Series championship from last year. She's on Cloud 9 right now, and Blaine has something to prove. He's won here before on this track in a Cup car all the way back, I believe it was Season 6 of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series at the time. But, you know, Blaine still reeling from that downfall at Darlington. Just can't believe that happened to that team in that finale race the way it did. I feel so bad for him, but that is the nature of it. That's the nature of this championship format that we have. Every point matters, every position matters. It's a shame you don't get that in real-life NASCAR anymore. And I will say, no offense to Harrison Burton. Awesome to see Wood Brothers win that race a couple weeks ago, but with all due respect, they have no business going for a championship, and yeah, that's as far as I'll go with that one. All right. We got a lot of drivers, though, who think they have business being part of this championship battle, and we'll have to see how well they do here in qualifying. Of course, top 3 advance from each group, and then it's the Fast 6. Roberto Crown Jr., Brian Webb, Leonard Kochmer right now, the top 3 fastest. Good time out of Roberto Crown Jr. I know they would love to start up front in one of these races and have an opportunity. Now, this race is going to be pretty wild, and it's kind of ironic that we switched to this version of Atlanta. We're actually going to get more of a pack race than what we see on the newer version of Atlanta in the game. But, man, I just love the way they rip it around this racetrack. They run that higher lane. Great camera angles here, and there we go. Blaine Keys at the top of the board in the one machine. Emily DeBenedetti, of course, I think these guys, they run pretty fast here on the fresh tires, and because of that, you end up with a lot of these guys getting that pull off of the drivers ahead of them and going to the top, and DeBenedetti goes back to the top of the board. That 57's wired up very nicely. Brian Webb also has a fast truck, but he's also got a draft there from Logan Williams ahead of him. And Blaine Keys has a fast truck. That is no surprise there to see the Velocity Racing truck have a good run. This is absolutely the type of race that suits Blaine Keys' style. Of course, he won 3 of the last 6 races last year, including the finale at Homestead. This is actually, it's got some similarities to Homestead Miami Speedway. But Blaine Keys 1/1000th of a second off that 99 of Brian Webb, but I know Blaine would love to win tomorrow and shake off a little bit of the disappointment from this past Sunday. How about Brian Webb there in the 99 machine, though? Of course, you know, those are 2 Grattan-affiliated cars. I tell you, affiliation is the new buzzword across the AG community. Logan Williams won the pole last week. He just found himself into the top 3 right there, and DeBenedetti falls outside. Good truck. He did not have the speed as the race went along at Darlington, but he has the speed right here in qualifying once again. We'll have to see what he can do. But interesting news in the Wawa Cup Series with Arizona Motorsports announcing an alliance with Appalachia and Racing Motorsports in the Wawa Cup Series next season. I also think Trackhouse Racing is involved in that alliance as well. And you know, it's definitely an odd phenomenon that is going on. It was, of course, started by the Ground Autosport team, and then Matt Tuck branching off to start his own team, and then Drew Webb, and then Max Davis joining along here in the Truck Series. And Herjo was like, I want to try that out. And let me tell you, he picked some good teams to form an alliance with. And I'm very intrigued to see Appalachia Motorsports and Racing Motorsports working together. Those are two of the best teams in the Wawa Cup Series. They're going to elevate Herjo's program, and they're going to elevate each other as well. And it's going to be a lot of fun seeing how that ends up working out. I honestly think Herjo got a little too much flack for his idea. It is a very smart idea. And it's a very smart idea if you get the drivers involved as well. That is why Ludovic Charette won the Wawa Cup Series Championship. She has a lot to say about that team at Ground Autosport and the affiliated organizations, and that is why they have their success. However, Ludovic, not with much success here. Maybe they partied a little too much on Sunday night, and they're still on the hangover. Brian Webb, Blaine Keys, Logan Williams, they're in the Fast Six. Emily DeBenedetti will start in 7th. Caleb Rose will start 9th. Eric Monaco will start 11th. Thomas Troxel will start 13th. Roberto Crown Jr. will start 15th. Bruno Diacomo will start 17th. Leonard Koshmer will start 19th. Laura Chung will start 21st. Jesse Turner will start 23rd. Jack Haas will start in the 25th position. Aaron Abel will start in... I lost it. 27th. Ludovic Charette will start 29th. Andrew Williams, 31st. Philip Torres and Joe Rutkowski. Millennium Motorsports not getting a good run here. Philip will start 33rd. Rutkowski will start 35th. Let's go ahead to Group B and see who joins Brian Webb, Blaine Keys, and Logan Williams to go for the pole here at Atlanta. All right, here we go for Group B. We'll see who joins Brian Webb, Blaine Keys, and Logan Williams. Of course, Williams going looking for 2 straight poles here in the Turkey Hill Truck Series. He's got a good opportunity of doing that. No doubt about it. Have to see if he has the speed in the race tomorrow. That is the big question, because if you don't carry that speed in the race, you're not going to get a lot of points. Of course, Logan did get that bonus point for winning the pole, and whoever wins the pole here gets a bonus point as well. Definitely want to add a little bit of pizzazz to these qualifying runs. We want to make sure that qualifying is important. And especially when we're doing the single car stuff at the end, it takes a little bit more time, so I want it to be a little bit more worthwhile for everybody. Let's see, will anybody get off here? Finally, Matthew Burnett in the 14. Then Justin Zaidel in the 88 machine as well. Corey Case in the 59. Definitely would like to... I feel like this group's a little weaker than the first group. We had a lot of strong drivers in that first group. You know, Troxel's in that group. Of course, he didn't have the best of runs in that session, but he did get that win at Darlington a week ago after starting 7th. The Evans-Ross trucks look very quick, but you had both Koshmer and Troxel. You had both Velocity trucks. You had Logan Williams in there. You had Brian Webb, who's up there. I feel like you have a lot of the newer guys in this session. However, you do have Sam Medea, who has not been off to a good start this season in the trucks. Did not qualify well at Darlington and kind of just ran mid-pack all day. And I know he would really, really, really love to get a win with Ground Autosport. Went winless last year after finishing runner... Nah, he finished 3rd. He finished 3rd in the title race last year in trucks. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. What do I know? Yeah, I spend so much time recording and editing that I don't have time to take notes, and I go off of what's in my head, which you gotta give me credit. There's a lot of stuff in my head in regards to all this, and the fact that I can remember as much as I do is amazing. So give me a pat on the back for that. Justin Zaidel, fastest time right now. His teammate Eric Monaco has been fast in qualifying the past 2 weeks, and Monaco had a respectable run in Group A. Bryce Egan is 2nd quickest. Skep Silver was there for a 2nd, 52 machine. Matthew Hubert, not a surprise there. Avery Alford, excuse me, not Aaron Abel. Avery Alford in the 27 there. Up to the 2nd position. There's Igor Barreto. That's not a surprise. This is a team, as this season goes along, I feel like Igor and this organization with Web Racing Enterprises, considering the team has that alliance with Groton Autosport, Once again, I'll mention too, the alliance really means that these teams are sharing their rating data with each other. It's an actual alliance, and they can work on each other, build up what they think works the best for their team. And just look at what Grand Autosport did, and while they didn't have an alliance with another team, the fact that the drivers and the owners communicated with each other, and that is what Grand Autosport has done their entire existence, that is the key to their success. You bring in a bunch of people to talk about it, you can really figure stuff out and work on it. I definitely feel there's a lot of drivers who would benefit from an alliance. Not everyone needs it per se, but it's going to be fascinating to see how that works out as this season goes along with the Grattan Autosport teams, and then in the trucks or in the Cup Series next year with all of those alliances going on. I have a good feeling that those alliance teams are actually going to be a lot stronger than ones that don't have an alliance. Not necessarily means it's going to be the case, but when you're especially communicating with your driver, that is the key. And if you don't communicate with your driver, you don't talk to your driver about how the ratings are being done, and vice versa, then those are the teams I think that tend to struggle in comparison to those that do not. But Justin Seidel, what a quick time that he put down, and he's been up top this entire session here. Rogel Dorn is second quickest, and then Zachary Fitzwater. So both Dorn and Fitzwater looking for their second Fast Six of the season. And, we're still... This is a wild card track. There really, truly is. The way they race here, we'll see certain drivers definitely run well in comparison to others, but it's still a huge wild card track here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. The Grattan Autosport trucks, which, they kind of get overlooked a little bit. With Sam Medeo and Derek Hamill, they're not really that closely affiliated to the team, at least on the Cup side, unlike Ludovic especially, and obviously Blaine Keys, considering that those were the top two drivers in points in the Wawa Cup Series. Those are the two that we really focus on in that whole thing with Velocity. But Grattan Autosport also has their team here. They have the flagship team with the driver who's third in points in the Wawa Cup Series this season, of Nicholas Amadio, who's currently sixth quickest, and then Derek Hamill there in fifth. Not a good run for Stapleton at all. He is slowest, and I feel like the draft here really came into effect. And this is one of those racetracks where you really don't lift off too much into the corner in comparison to some of these other mile-and-a-half racetracks we go to. So being able to find yourself in a position where you get that good pull, but then again, Justin just went out there and pulled that time, and he really has a fast truck. The TP Motorsports trucks are very quick, and Seidel has shown that here today. Where's Fitzwater? Haven't seen him yet. He is third. He will be going for the pole, and that does it. That does it for Group B. So Justin Seidel, Rogel Dorn, Zachary Fitzwater, they're going to join Brian Webb, Blaine Keys, and Logan Williams. Corey Case will start 8th. Derek Hamill will start 10th. Nicholas Sambadia will start 12th. Matthew Huber will start 14th. Let's see here. Vargas and Duncan Ward were tied. Vargas has the tiebreaker, so Vargas will start 16th. Duncan Ward will start 18th. Andrew Miller will start 20th. Avery Alford will start 22nd. Skep Silver will start 24th. Igor Bretta will start 26th. Matthew Burnett will start 28th. Skylar Taylor will start 30th. LJ Semeno will start 32nd. Bryce Egan will start 34th. And Nathan Stapleton will start dead last in 36th. We're still early in the season. Those ratings have not come into full fruition yet, but we're seeing some guys. We're seeing some guys, that's for sure. All right, let's go ahead. Get to the Fast Six. Let's see who wins the poll here for the Celcius Peach Vibe 200 at Atlanta. Alrighty, tighty. You can unsubscribe now. Zachary Fitzwater in the 82. In the first of the Fast Six here. Was outside pole sitter for Daytona. His second Fast Six already this season, so even though he did not qualify well at Darlington, he rebounded very well at Darlington to finish top 10. Those Harrisville Motorsports trucks seem to have a lot of pace early on this season, with Laura Chung and Zachary Fitzwater behind the wheel. Of course, as the race plays out, it's going to be a lot different. Next week, qualifying is going to mean quite a bit. We had the Watkins Glen. We will have the group session for the Fast Six instead of single truck qualifying. You can just see 180 into the corner right there. Much faster here than they run at Darlington, going 192 into the corner there for Fitzwater. And a little bit slower in 3 and 4. A little bit tighter radius, I feel like, for those guys to go a little bit lower. Fitzwater going to clock in his first time, 29.437. And if this was last week, that would have been good enough for 5th. But it's not last week. Let's go ahead and get to our next driver here. She'll be Logan Williams, who won the pole last week at Darlington. And here we go for our pole sitter from last week, Logan Williams in the 72. Did not have a good run in the race, however, as he finished all the way back in the field, got stuck on the outside, hit the wall, gained a lot of damage. This is also another place, kind of like Darlington, where these guys will hit the wall on the outside lane. It won't be as prevalent or as violent as the exit of turn 2 at Darlington, but it will happen tomorrow. That's definitely something to watch out for. It is a narrow line on that outside lane. These guys are going to be all over the place. It's going to be a fun race, and I'm sure y'all are excited for it. You know the races of the past here, and you know how wild this place can get here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. All right, 196 there going into turn 1. 187 is a minimum right there. Logan looking pretty quick here. Will he get his second pole in a row here in the Turkey Hill Truck Series? 193 into the corner. And going to minimize at 179 right there. I think he's going to be quicker than Fitzwater. Got to beat a 29.437. And Logan will, in fact, do that. 29.239 for Logan Williams and Triad Racing here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. And here we go for Rogel Dorn in the 98 machine for Trackhouse Racing. It'll be fascinating to see what this team can do in this race, because Rogel, a very solid driver. When we actually came here in the Wawa Cup Series on the newer Atlanta, he dominated that race until he had a restart, got held up, and lost the race. Fell back to 22nd in that one. 190 across the line, a little bit slower here than what Logan was there coming across the line. Of course, as always, weather conditions identical for each of these drivers. Same weather conditions as well in the group session, so they're all running the same conditions. It's all about the truck and the driver. Ooh, yeah, that's definitely going to be a bit slower than Logan Williams. Might compare a little bit here to Fitzwater's time. Rogel Dorn coming across the line right here is going to go 29.373. That's right in between. He'll be second across the line there. Let's head on to our next driver here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Here we go for Blaine Keys. And I know winning the pole would make him feel a little bit better after Sunday. Of course, he is driving the Celcius Peach Vibe truck here in the Celcius Peach Vibe 200. It might be a good omen. You know, I'll never forget Nicholas Samidio winning the Brandt 400 in the Brandt car in North Wilkesboro earlier this year. So maybe Blaine Keys has a little bit of sponsorship magic here. We'll see what he can do on his fast lap. Because Blaine Keys comes into this race third in the championship standings of the Turkey Hill Truck Series as well. So he's already up there. And you know he's going to have a lot of speed as the season goes along. A little bit of a tighter radius, I think, for Blaine going through the corner. We'll see if that translates going through. Just don't quite think he has the speed that Logan, and Logan Williams has a very fast truck. Oh, he's got a good run through the corner, though. Did not even go into 179. Blaine's going to be close to Logan, but not close enough. 29.282. That's second quickest. Logan Williams, I tell you, you get that truck in the Fast 6, it is fast. Blaine Keys not quite fast enough to get to that 72. Two trucks left. We got Justin Zidell and Brian Webb here for qualifying in Atlanta. Tanner Parton Motorsports, they have had one of their trucks in the Fast 6 for 3 straight weeks. Eric Monaco, of course, won the pole at Daytona. Was outside pole sitter at Darlington. And now Justin Zidell looking to make a name for himself here at Atlanta. And get a good run for TP Motorsports here. Trying to beat Logan Williams. Once again, Logan Williams really quick in qualifying. At 29.239 the time Justin has to beat. And it'll be Brian Webb, and then that will do it. We'll set the starting lineup officially for the Celcius Peach Vibe 200. 190 across the line for Justin. 194, 195 going in the turn 1, and he's quite low right there. He's got to stay in the seam, and he'll be fine going down the backstretch. We'll see what time he can hit, what miles per hour he can hit, what speed he can hit going in the turn 3. And he's going to hit 179 just a little bit. This is a quick time. Justin's going to be up there. It's going to be close, but I don't think it's going to quite be close enough. 3:37, that's third quickest for Justin Zeidel here at Atlanta. One more driver left, that's Brian Webb for Webb Racing Enterprises. Let's see what he does here on his fast lap. Alright, we got Brian Webb. I'm starting a little early because I wanted you to see the little helicopter drive away. Stupid ticker's in the way there, though. I've been noticing that during this whole thing. You know, a little helicopter lands and then it flies away. I take too much interest in that. I've had this game for over 10 years, and, you know, I'm still fascinated by that. All right, Brian Webb here for Webb Racing Enterprises. It's going to be interesting to see what he can do. Obviously, another one of the Grattan-affiliated trucks. You know, maybe we talk too much about that. Maybe we don't, but regardless of the fact, Brian Webb is going to give Logan Williams a run for his money, but Logan looking for his second pole in a row early on here in this Turkey Hill Truck Series season. That is a great start in terms of the starting lineup, but will they translate it to the race? That is the big question. Regardless, they have a front row starting spot for this Celcius Peach Vibe 200. And of course, you know, it takes Brian forever to get out there on the track. Come on, let's do it. I want to get this done. I want to go home. Any day now. Blaine Keys 29.282. Second quickest right now. Justin Zeidel 29.337. Rogaldorn 29.373. Zachary Fitzwater 29.437. So Brian Webb in the 99, ready to get his fast lap going here. And we will see if it compares to what Logan pulled off earlier on. And it's a bit of a different skill set from the group sessions to the single truck, because in the group sessions I feel like being behind a truck in a certain degree helps with your speed quite a bit. Single truck, it's all about the way the truck is set up and what the driver does on the racetrack, and that is a huge deal. So very different skill set. There's a lot more luck involved when you're in the group sessions and trying to advance on than there is in these single truck sessions. So once you get to that Fast 6, will you have the truck that has the speed? It does not look like Brian Webb quite has it in comparison to Logan Williams right here. So it looks pretty good for Logan at this point in his opportunity to get a second straight pole here in the Turkey Hill Truck Series. Brian Webb definitely much slower through 3 and 4, so he'll be probably one of the slower drivers here. And it's going to be a 4.39. He will be 6th quickest. Logan Williams, back-to-back poles in the Turkey Hill Truck Series for 2024. He wins the pole for the Celcius Peach Vibe 200 here at Atlanta. Let's debrief and close it out for the day here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. All right, that does it here from Atlanta for qualifying. Race tomorrow noon Eastern Time right here on AG, the channel. Third race of the season. Logan Williams and Blaine Keys make up row 1. Justin Zeidel, Rogaldorn make up row 2. Zachary Fitzwater and Brian Webb in row 3. We have Logan Williams, or should I say Emily DeBenedetti, and Corey Case in row 4. Caleb Rose, Derek Hamill in row 5. Eric Monaco, Nicholas Samadeo in row 6. Thomas Troxel, Matthew Hubert in row 7. Roberto Crown Jr., Christian Vargas in row 8. Bruno Diacomo, Duncan Ward in row 9. Leonard Kochmer and Andrew Miller in row 10. Laura Chung and Avery Alford in row 11. Jesse Turner and Avery Alford. Jesse Turner and Skep Silver, in row 12. Jack Haas and Igor Brito in row 13. Aaron Abel and Matthew Burnett in row 14. Ludovic Charette, Skylar Taylor, row 15. Andrew Williams, LJ Semedo, row 16. Philip Torres, Bryce Egan, row 17. Joe Rutkowski and Nathan Saflin in the final row. 33 laps tomorrow. We will have a cycle of pit stops. It's going to be a very quick race, because this is a very fast racetrack, and it's only 33 laps. It's going to be one of the fastest races of the season if it goes caution-free. So we'll have to see how it all goes down. But it's going to be a fun, wild race tomorrow. We're excited for it. Excited to bring back Old Atlanta to the channel. It's been a long time coming for this track, and it's going to put on a good show tomorrow at noon Eastern Time. Thank you guys so much for watching once again. Congratulations to Logan Williams on his pole, and I will see you guys later.